We have 3 matches left to go in Kagam Cup round of 16. We have, I believe, 3 conditional matches left. One is literally right now. The other one will be at 21 UTC. Hopefully that one's streamed as well. And then there's gonna be one extra one on Monday because one of the players couldn't play on this weekend, if I remember correctly. I don't think that one's gonna be streamed, unfortunately. But 2 of them hopefully will be streamed, including this one. We're gonna be seeing senkhyu, who had just played another match in this tournament because, well, lower bracket, which means senkhyu will have to play 2 matches, and they decided to play their first match on today as well. And senkhyu gonna be here facing Holy HD. Feeling wise, it's like if you had a round of 32 starting bracket and then you end up with these 2 players in the lower bracket, right? I mean, it's pretty similar, so. Looking at them, because they seem like they have already started their roll and ban phase. Gonna be seeing LN1 gone, and EX1 gone as well. Banned by senkhyu and Holy HD respectively, and first pick is gonna be LN2 coming in from Holy. Interested to see how they do. I'm more surprised as in senkhyu actually gonna be the one that's more maybe confident on the right side, even though senkhyu being more of a tournament heavy player, in general you would expect them to have upper hand on the LN side of things, but it's gonna be Holy taking the initiative, going for LN2 early on. So interested to see how they do. Right now, actually both players neck to neck with identical accuracies. We're gonna be seeing no lead, just same act. When senkhyu drops, Holy also drops. Okay, well now we have no. It's point. No, yeah, it's the same. Okay. I want to say like, okay, now senkhyu drops again. Okay, it's just up to whoever can drop a little bit more. Then like every time senkhyu drops, Holy HD probably also drops a little bit. Okay, but after the first 1/3 of the map, I guess, and we are gonna be seeing Holy actually having the accuracy lead for a little bit. It's not stable at all though. 99.55, 99.65. You know, you have to kind of question how senkhyu would be playing today as well, because already playing a match earlier could lead to fatigue, because, well, this map pool is very physical already. Whereas Holy HD playing their first match yesterday instead of on the same day, maybe would be in a little bit of a better condition, but I'm not the one to judge about this. Like, we are entering the second Ki again. Just up to any mistakes that's gonna happen. Like, Senkhu's actually gaining accuracy in this section as well. But Holy HD maintaining that 99.63, barely above, but gonna be the one dropping 200 here. Actually gonna give Senkhu the slightest accuracy lead now. This is nerve-wracking, actually. Like, both players are having the exact same accuracy. Oh god. This final part with the Graces, is Senkhu gonna be able to hold on and take the first breakpoint? Maybe? There's the outro, though. This is not the best sign. That's 200 on the LN, bro. Oh. From Holy. Very close, actually. 1,000 score lead towards Senkhyu. That is a unfortunate breakpoint for them. Yeah, all it took was 3 grades, and I guess 50 perfects, but 50 perfects is like negligible. But yeah, first breakpoint. Not the brightest start when for Holy HD, but I mean, there's so much more comeback potential, I would feel. Senku gonna be opting for Rise 3 immediately. Actually, yeah, it's gonna be Senku that's going for the Rise. Seems like maybe they have done their homework. Maybe they have seen Holy struggle just a little bit on the right side, and maybe they can try to take advantage of it. The core jack pick. I feel like it's a very risky pick though, because we saw Sankyu actually struggling a little bit on the combo side of things when it comes to core jack. I feel like there is a very... It's not a zero chance that Holy HD would go for a breakpoint back, because in core jack maps like this, it could really go both ways. Yeah, actually starting off Holy HD with that accuracy lead, but not by much, as they're gonna drop a little bit. And Senku also gonna be gaining accuracy for a short time, and now they're back to tying. It's just a little bit nerve-wracking. Core Jack is all about that ratio game, but ooh, that is a rough draw from Holy already. Yeah, that is rough. Okay, I can see why Senku is going for this map now. Holy HD seems to be struggling a little bit when it comes to core jack consistency. Senku actually just gaining accuracy back outright. Showing really strong accuracy early on, halfway through. She gonna be a little bit of a predicament. They would be down 14 to 15k score already. I'm wondering, I mean, I guess this is gonna be kind of a head start for Senkhyu then. If nothing too south goes or happens, then it's gonna be hard to come back from a 16k score deficit entering this final section. We will have to see a chain miss for it to come back, but is that gonna happen? I have my doubts. The final section, a little bit less dense, but you know, that consistency still needed. Senku holding very perfect accuracy. Holy HD finding another miss. Unable to keep up with the core jack consistency. Like Senku has 997.3k with 117 perfects. Absolutely insane. I mean, sure, core jack means you would expect crazy ratio, but damn, this is a good score. Yeah, 2-0, giving senkhyu a little bit of momentum early on, but I would say that this is not over at all. Gonna be going for hybrid 2 from the side of Holy HD. Feel like there is a lot of good potential. We've seen their accuracy game being very similar. Like, despite the seed discrepancy, like, Holy HD's accuracy when it comes to LN and hybrids is actually very close. Like, I feel like a little bit more mistakes from senkhyu could flip the lead in an instant. Like, that does explain why Holy is, like, more going towards that hybrid LN side of things, because they seem to have struggled a little bit more on Rice. But because they're down a breakpoint, they have to still snatch a point off of senkhyu's pick, taking a breakpoint back, but that's for future. This map is very weird. A lot of mini jacks that kind of invites a lot of missed potential. So I would say this comes down to the combo consistency that the players have more than anything. We've seen the two being very consistent when it comes to accuracy game and pretty similar, but so far senkhyu going to be the one having the upper ground in the accuracy side of things. Holy HD is a little bit falling behind, but I don't think this is over yet. There's a lot of missing potential. senkhyu drops to 200. I saw it. And yeah, there's the first miss coming in. But I don't think this would be the only miss in this entire map. Very possible that Holy would find a miss back, but it just depends on how comfortable they are. Actually, Holy HD going to be... Okay, I was going to say they're holding well, but not anymore. That was such a dirty drop as well, with such a big drop there, dropping all the way back to 9.2. They would have to have senkhyu finding a miss yet again, which, again, is possible, but that's gonna also need Holy HD to recompose immediately, because that accuracy difference now is very noticeable. senkhyu's miss was much cleaner, whereas Holy HD's miss was very brutal. These sessions are very chokeable still, but both players are still holding consistently. So a lot of consistency is needed here. This map is not very long. Holy HD finding another miss. That could be the nail in the coffin. Well, some more like 3-note long jacks, but they're very individual. It's not too hard to try to hold consistent, but I feel like even if senkhyu finds a drop, I don't think it's going to be enough to switch the score lead now as we enter the final section, but that would be the second breakpoint in favor of senkhyu. Yeah, a 9-8, 1.9k. Grade count is the main difference here. Maybe if Holy HD didn't find that 30 miss, it could have been a different story, but unfortunately, going to be seeing a 3-0 lead coming in from senkhyu. Just showing the consistency and well-roundedness that senkhyu has. Taking on a very solid accuracy lead in hybrid 2, and senkhyu going to be swapping strategies, going for LN3, which is an interesting choice because it's when we saw in LN2, they have like identical accuracies. Like hybrid 2 is a little bit of a different style compared to LN2. Like hybrid 2 and LN2 are like different things, but LN3 also being the LN category, maybe the two players would have similar accuracies, but I have to say, like, I have my doubts on this pick actually. Maybe Holy could actually try to take one back on this map. But yeah, starting off, both players having very, very close accuracy once again. Just like what happened in LN2, the two are holding similar accuracies. When senkhyu drops, Holy also drops. That seems to be the trend on the LN side of things, but yeah, still having the same accuracy. Holy dropping 200s as senkhyu drops one as well. This is no lead has been decided. But Holy drops a little bit more 200s. Just like one or two more maybe. But that's not giving any substantial lead by any means, because senkhyu is only having less than 0.05 accuracy lead. So both they're staying at the 99.6 range, senkhyu being on a little bit on the higher side. But that's not granting them any substantial lead as they drops a little bit of 200s. Dropping there could be crucial. I saw another 200 from senkhyu, and so now their accuracies are tied again. Ooh, this could get spicy. Like, it's just down to whoever drops a little bit more 200s. This map's fairly long as well. A lot of like grace and shield releases need to be careful of. That's why it's very easy to drop a lot of 200s, and these two players seem to be fairly consistent at it. But their consistency is basically the same. Like, oh my god, the accuracies have only been the same for this like past like 30 seconds. Score lead has been flickering for a while, but senkhyu is going to be the first one dropping below the 99.6 range. Not the best I want to see, and finding a miss there is going to be crucial because this is his own pick. Holy could very much take a breakpoint back at second one from senkhyu. That's going to extend the lead now. Both players have been showing pretty much the same accuracy until just now with a brutal drop from senkhyu. One mistake. Like, good thing is that they are up 2 breakpoints, so it's not the end of the world. They're only going to be finding one back, but that's such a clean miss compared to senkhyu's, and with the fact that senkhyu missed twice, score lead is... oh, it's shrinking a lot though. Fully going back to the 400 combo cap, but score lead staying consistently at the 3000 now. If nothing too crazy happens, I think it stays to the right side. And it seems like that's going to be the case. Just barely winning by 2.8k again. That miscount was the decider. Actually, accuracy game-wise, it's super close. Had the misses not have happened, I think it would be in slight favor of Holy HD. Because of the grade count, even if they have 90-ish more perfects. 80-ish more perfects. 83 more perfects, I guess. But, you know, some miscounts, some misjudgments. In the end, they have pulled it off with a 92k. So we're just finding a little bit of misses there, and we are going straight into EX2. Well, the HD would be looking for a 3 consecutive win if possible, because they are still down 1 breakpoint, but they have made progress. They can try to use LN3 as their momentum and try to get on. Maybe to get a comeback back to 3-3, then they are on TB pace once again, but Holy has to win this one first, because, you know, it's still very, very close. Like, one extra mistake is still very costly between the two players. That's the scary part. But EX2, this is a very long LN boss pick, consists of a lot of wacky patterns. For me, of course, I make weird things. Like, a lot of this intro already, like, introduces the fact that it's just gonna be a weird map. The fact that it's OD 6.6 is... there's a reason why it's only 6.6 only, you know? But so far it is Holy that's having slightest accuracy advantage, I guess, being the one above the 9.7 mark, but I feel like the main dish has not came yet, and oh, gonna be finding a miss in that like little anchor thing. But it's not a big deal, I would say. Maps like this, there's a lot of miss potential, but that does drench that score towards senkhyu now. Holy HD has to be more consistent because they want to make sure that they are able to pull off some of these picks, able to take a few points here and there, trying to keep the tension, but so far, giving senkhyu the lead now. Another miss again from Holy. That's just not a good sign, but no, it's not over yet. Maps like this tend to be more unpredictable, especially in the middle section when that L and tech section do come in. Flams are gonna start being introduced. Holy HD gonna be hoping for misses from senkhyu if anything, which may be possible. Like, this part is very prone to misses. Players need to be careful at all costs. Senkhyu gonna be dropping a little bit of accuracy here. But both players are dropping a little bit of accuracy, but still holding the combo fairly consistently. senkhyu is still holding the FC. Well, not anymore. But they still have the lead. They still have the lead. And no, okay. Well, I should just stop talking again. Wow, amazing. Okay, well, that was. I mean, okay, yeah, right. You know, when you have commented enough, you're not even surprised that you caster curse someone. But like, oh wow. That is good for Holy HD, because again, they absolutely do not want another breakpoint. But there's still one more TI section. That could be crucial though. Like, you have to be consistent here. This is where like the patterns get really, really dense. Like, misses can end up being very messy. The score being only 2000 is not stable at all. A lot of sudden dense 1-6 gaps coming in. If players are not prepared for it, it can be a lot of accuracy drops. Both players stabilizing at their own accuracy is going to be able to hold the combo so far, but score lead, it's staying consistently at 2000, but second way of finding the miss there. That could be the decider, but I don't want to say anything yet, because it's only 5000. All it takes is still one dirty miss. There's still one more section. This is a little bit more straightforward, but like, it's very dense hand streams full LN. Seems like both players are holding consistently. No! No! I need to shut up. I need to shut up. This can get very nerve-wracking. Oh god. I think Holy HD is gone. Okay. Okay. I just cursed like 15 million times in this map alone, but a very close call. But a win is a win for Holy. Man. Wow. This just shows how easy it is to just mess up in a lot of these patterns, and through the miscount and the great count as well, Holy HD gonna be taking on their second point. Still in hopes for another breakpoint if possible, because, well, it is senkhyu's turn to pick, but Rice 1 gonna be their choice. Yeah, senkhyu realizing that, you know, maybe Elwin's wasn't a good choice. Let's stick back to Rice. Maybe Holy HD would be able to try to take a breakpoint back, because, you know, Core Jack is its own, like, category, kind of, in Rice, when it comes to pinpointing skill sets in Rice. Core Jack could be a lot more different compared to everything else, because in general, tournaments, other than Core Jack picks, it's like always super stream heavy. Like, there's not a lot of like Core Jack bursts that you will see. I mean, there's some in this map, in I would say Rice 4, it's like mixing between it and streams, but like every map other than pure Core Jack map pick, like Rice 3, there has to be some stream components to it. So gonna be seeing how these two perform. In this map alone, gonna be pure single stream with some weird snapping. It's a little bit weird, but you know, see how they do. Rice one are like this. Rice one is like those maps where it just feels really hard to ratio for some reason. But right now, very straightforward intro, not too like much to be said. But here we go. This is where the speed sections start to come in. senkhyu has to hold, but accuracy game-wise, Holy definitely stepping up by a big margin. But as I say that, I'm gonna be dropping accuracy immediately. Not, at least it's not misses though. So, you know, both players holding the full combo. It's in a slight favor of senkhyu. This is not the end of the world for Holy yet, but it would be in Holy's best interest to catch a miss from senkhyu. Then I think the score would switch more consistently, but that's assuming that they are also able to hold their full combo, because the densest section has yet to come. This one builder section is also difficult, but you know, with this little split trio, we're gonna be dropping accuracy from Holy, but here we go. This is where the diff spike kind of comes in. If there's any misses that's gonna happen, it's gonna be here. Score lead is staying consistently at 3k as both players holding their full combo. It's just that accuracy lead that senkhyu has. Are they able to keep consistent? They're dropping a little bit of accuracy, but able to maintain the lead as we enter a little bit more tame patterns, not as dense. Holy HD gonna be dropping accuracy there. Despite, ooh, and okay. That is unfortunate though. I don't think it would have been mattered too much unless senkhyu randomly finds a massive drop here, but I don't think that's gonna happen. That miss, regardless, I think the accuracy lead from senkhyu was enough to take on anyways, but 991.7k with 2 grades is insane work from senkhyu. Taking their 4th point. So now it's more like a back and forth situation now, but Holy HD still has to be perfect on their own picks while still hoping for one extra breakpoint to at least get this back to a tie situation. Because if we just have players back-to-back trading their own picks to win, it will eventually go towards senkhyu because they are up 1 breakpoint. And going for Duplicity Shade. Welcome to 7key MWG 2022. Hybrid 1 rated at 1.05. We're going to be seeing 242 hybrid stream. This is more like a very generic hybrid map receiver. A lot of like weird LNs going on in this map though that could make that accuracy game a little bit more tough to manage. It is senkhyu that's having the slight cleaner lead, but I would assume that to not stay for long. When it comes to hybrids, you have a lot of control needed, especially in transitioning between some streams and some LNs. If you're not prepared for like a sudden LN burst, you might drop a lot of accuracy on it. And some extras from senkhyu gonna give Holy HD the slightest accuracy lead. By slightest, I mean just barely above. Like, it's the same case that we saw in LN3 where Holy was able to get above the 9.7 mark. A little bit longer than senkhyu, but maybe accuracy drops are gonna happen soon enough as well, so it's not definitive at all entering the first break part. We're gonna see players show a little bit with Holy HD having around 500 score lead. 500 is like basically nothing in LN maps like this. Like, so many short LNs that are prone to accuracy drops in just an instant. But both players seem to be more consistent at things. This is... ooh, okay. Now that is bad. Unless we see a misfrag from senkhyu. But that was such an unfortunate timing to miss. We're entering our Ki section though. If Holy HD can recompose and hope for a miss from senkhyu, I don't think it's over just yet because the accuracy difference-wise, it's still close, but senkhyu has been gaining accuracy since the start, back to basically 9.7 soon enough, revolving around that mark. But you know, Holy finding that miss is really unfortunate. It might just be the one miss that's the side swings though. There's still a lot more section yet to go. Just praying that senkhyu would find misses for Holy to stay alive, but if senkhyu can get away with this, they're gonna get their third breakpoint and a match point as well. A little bit of a right section. This on paper does favor senkhyu though, but we're gonna enter some more L1 sections a little bit. And he's just asking on. This is not looking too good. Holy's like on their knees, hoping for a miss from senkhyu, but oh, no, wait. Okay, no, guys, listen. Okay, well, yeah, right, okay. That's such a random reaction from me because I was just talking about how senkhyu could miss, and Holy is hoping for the holy gods to have senkhyu miss, and oh my god, that happened. Like, it's gonna make me religious, bro, like, after this. Like, what? Crazy clutch, yeah. I don't even know, but no, that's a good sign for Holy HD, but in the end, they're still down at breakpoint because this was their own pick, so, but, you know, still, there is gonna be a bigger ray of hope now for the side of Holy HD. They would have to try to take on Rice too. If they are able to, then they are back in business, but you know, we've seen senkhyu being more consistent when it comes to stream and Rice accuracy. So this one being more wacky jump stream might matter more on the combo side of things, but it depends. This map is very long. Like, imagine it's uprated to 1.25 and it's still 3 minutes and 38 seconds. It's like almost 5 minutes on base rate, I think. Yeah, Holy HD has to lock in on this one. Like, if they let senkhyu get away with a match point, it's gonna be a lot of pressure under them, so definitely in their best interest to win this one. To at least alleviate a good amount of pressure. And yeah, they are locked in 99.9 early on, but you know, you can't be too focused on hacking because this map is very stamina draining. But, you know, adrenaline rush could help a little bit. And Holy HD actually doing super well compared to senkhyu's accuracy, but you know, some of these like break-ish jump stream section can actually prone to misses because you're like fighting whether or not you can chill in this part or not. But you can't really just chill or else you would slip up a little bit of misses, but we're gonna go back to some patterns here. The stamina aspect of this map is very important. But Holy is holding holy accuracy and senkhyu the one finding a drop! But finds one back from Holy HD! That's such a dirty miss as well, but like that accuracy game overall is still slightly in favor of Holy HD. Both players holding very consistently. But until that one point, we see the consistency between both players to start dropping a little bit now as they have the same accuracy. Ooh. This could get really close. It might end up with another miss from one of the players that would decide it. Who's gonna be the one missing? I don't know. I don't want to say who's holding because that's just gonna curse them to miss. But like, I genuinely don't know. They have the same act. That's just all I can say. It's more like 3-4 sections, very easy to choke. Like, oh, they're having the same accuracy. What are we doing, man? Oh god. 9.69, 9.68. I just have a really bad feeling. Oh, and okay. I spider senses, bro. Just okay. It's not over though. It's not over though. There's still one more section, but we need senkhyu to miss like very soon. But like, oh god, I don't know. senkhyu is holding. My curse actually, oops. But like, the accuracy game wise, it's still very close. It's one drop is all it takes. Holy HD is still now gonna be hoping for a miss again from senkhyu. If that stamina aspect is kicking in, misses can happen in this final few seconds, but is there enough time is the question. senkhyu just seems to be more consistent in this final part, but more jump stream coming in. Is someone gonna miss? Who is it gonna be? Or is nothing just gonna happen? I think the match is gonna end like this. A little bit of final section and final miss is gonna be coming in from Holy HD. That is not the one that we were looking to miss, and yo, that act though, like, holy, no pun intended. But wow. Five to 3. This is the match point that senkhyu has been looking for. Getting it done, Holy HD would have to win 3 maps in a row for a comeback. So it is it's Holy's turn to pick. But anything is gonna be feeling a little bit risky now. There's LN1 on the board. No, L1's banned. There's hybrid free. It's probably just, it has to be hybrid free if you're not picking Rice. Oh god. Hybrid free is, oh no. Oh no. Hybrid free is a very interesting map though. But it's so choky. We've seen, I think both players were not actually doing super well on this one, but I feel like nobody's doing well on this one. So it's like picking hybrid free in not just this round, a little bit of foreshadowing in future rounds as well is probably a very risky choice in itself, no matter if you're a Rice or an LN player. Because hybrid free usually will introduce some of these hyper niche bursty patterns that a lot of players would just suddenly die, and then it's very hard to stay consistent at. Just because of the amount of finger control needed. You have Rice tech, LN tech, and some shields that's transitions in between. You have to do all of them at the same time. Like, very difficult task to do if you ask me. So, interesting to see how these two perform. Holy HD has to win this one or else they are eliminated from the tournament. And so far, both players actually holding very similar accuracy. I would say this map is also going to come down to misses. Could be depending on who has dirtier misses or cleaner misses. But it's very hard to catch clean misses in this one though. Okay, first is from Holy HD in these shields, but I don't think it's over yet. Oh, that might be bad though. That's the second one. And okay. That is not good. That is not good at all. This section, we need a big drop from senkhyu for anything to happen, but senkhyu holding. No, not holding. No, not holding. Okay, but 10k lead still. I keep... Whatever. Moving on. Like, 9k lead now. Senkhyu getting back that combo cap. Well, these misses were super unfortunate, so their accuracy is definitely lower now, noticeably. Senkhyu gonna be staying in the 9.5 range still. There's still one more final section where the LNs do ramp up quite a bit. I'm not sure who takes the advantage here, but... Is anything gonna happen? Here we go. These graces are very brutal. Very easy to choke. Is anyone gonna find 200s? Gonna be senkhyu finding a few. But like, still holding the combo from both players. And no, never mind. I should just not say anything. Lesson learned. Never say someone's holding combo. That's yeah. Okay. But yeah, unfortunately, gonna be seeing with a little bit more miscount and 200 count as well. Holy HD was unable to match Senkhyu's accuracy by just a little bit, and a little bit more miss is gonna be giving Senkhyu the 6th and final points. Very commendable work from Holy HD though, I have to say so. Yeah. Holy's LN consistency is definitely very strong. Like, we've seen them play very solid work in what is it? In EX2 and LN2 and LN3, which they have just done an exceptional job, but unfortunately, Senkhyu didn't beat them 6-3, and Holy HD will be eliminated from this tournament. But you know, elimination is inevitable. I feel like Holy HD has done a very, very strong work that I feel like he would leave a very strong legacy in this tournament alone. Being seed 32 has very consistent, strong scores across, being a more well-rounded player in the middle seed. Holy HD has done a very commendable work, whereas Senkhyu gonna be moving on in the lower bracket, against, time to look at the bracket. Against Robbie. That one's gonna be fun. Robbie, I think, just lost to SDKL4. So they're gonna be facing Senkhyu. Senkhyu versus Robbie. In quarterfinals. It was bracket round 1. It's gonna be an interesting match because Robbie is a very profound strong Rice player, but definitely has weaknesses on LNs, which Senkhyu can try to exploit. Maybe a very classic Rice versus LN match that we'll be expecting, but you know, I'm foreshadowing too much. That's like a week later things. In fact, the map wasn't even out for quarterfinals. By the way, guys, quarterfinal showcase is at 16 UTC on Monday, which is in 23 hours, a little bit more than that. So make sure you are up for it, because that one's gonna be fun. But yeah, they're playing TV. The very stupid TV with the stupid background I made, because I'm autistic, obviously. Like, this like type of fit that records the TV is very bursty and techy. Like, it's very hard to hold act alone, but Senkhyu is doing very well so far. I don't think they're FCing it. Is Holy FCing? Maybe? I don't know if this is an FC already. Oh. Actually slightly in favor of Holy right now with the miscount that Senkhyu has, even if they're having accuracy lead. This is getting a little bit interesting. But, ooh, Holy, I find a mist here in some of these mini jacks. I think that's the end of the full combo. I wasn't looking too clearly, so I don't know. It could have. I don't know if this is their first miss, but this shield section is also very prone to misses. Yeah, actually, wow, this is actually getting really close now. Oh wow, oh, that's a rough drop. That's a really rough drop. I just give senkhyu the lead by 4,000. Hitting the entire shield section from senkhyu, wow. Crazy. This looking slightly in favor of senkhyu, you know. Senkhyu being like a very traditional? Is that word? Traditional tournament player. Just very consistent scores throughout. Expect the best from them in the future weeks as well. Some of these plays are just absolutely insane, you know. Like, Holy HD, I'm not sure how much tournament experience Holy HD has actually. But, you know, nonetheless, they have done very well, I would say. Showing a lot of clean scores, like, in this match alone. I think in the previous matches as well, they were able to hold very consistent accuracy scores. Maybe some misses here and there, but like, they have done very well, winning some of the matches, including the lower bracket and the lower round 16 lower bracket round 1. Just try a little bit against senkhyu here. I mean, the seed discrepancy does say a lot about it, so being able to snatch a few points as well is on itself is already very, very solid. Maybe in another universe he was able to take a little bit more with less chokes, or maybe hoping a little bit more chokes from senkhyu, then maybe this TV would have been the actual nerve-wracking decider for this match, but yeah, they're just playing this for fun, which completely fine with it. This TV is stupid, but you know, if they want to play it, of course, to honor the end of Holy HD. This is weird. I don't know. I should not put it in that way, but like, you know, entering the final ending of this map. Weird ending. Trill. Both plays only 99% is actually kind of crazy though, not gonna lie. Fairly close score lead as well. Yeah. AC, high miscount versus lower AC, but lower miscount. You know, winner is senkhyu for this TB. But, yeah. Does mark the end of this match as well. Again, very creditable, solid, amazing work from Holy HD. Thank you so much for playing Kayam Cup. And for senkhyu, he's gonna move on to fight against Robbie in quarterfinals. But that does conclude this match. There's still a few more matches remaining. I think there's exactly 2 more matches. One at 21 UTC today, one on Monday somewhere, I forgot, whatever. But, you know, the bracket is almost done. Soon enough, we will be seeing the whole quarterfinals bracket in around the day, and that map pool will be out as well. But before that, be sure you're staying tuned. What is staying tuned? Make sure you stay tuned for the 21 UTC match, because I think it will be soon. If not, then oh well, GG. If it is, then be there, be square, Yuri feed against Hoshiteru. The final 2 conditional matches going to be happening 4 hours from now, so make sure you are available for it. If you are, then amazing. If you're not, then GG. But that's going to be it for this match right here. We will catch you guys later. Bye bye.